3, 2, 1.
Give us a raise, loser.
Okay.
Can you hear my clap?
Yeah, I can hear it.
So why the fuck can I not hear your clap?
Through Discord, it might be because of that.
Oh, do you have your suppression on?
Yeah, the crisp or whatever.
Yeah, I definitely don't have that on.
I like having it on because I don't want you to hear the bottle crumpling in my garbage can.
No, it's added sound effects. Yeah, see?
You're not
it's
wrong.
not a drink. See, watch. I'm gonna take a drink. Sound effects. All right.
You're not wrong.
Oh, all right. Welcome to the break room. I'm your main host, since the other one doesn't want to lead. Derek. The other one being Trey. Say hi, Trey.
Hello.
That's exactly what I wanted out of you. Just wanted a hello.
Here's your za.
Here's your za. It's gonna be the. If we ever get a following, that's gonna be the fucking first T-shirt.
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be your
picture of
face in
my
that
face.
5.0 filter, and it's gonna go. Here's your za.
Just no, it could be pixelated to me, like holding it up real close to my head, as if I'm like a super proud like Italian man delivering pizza. Like I got your pizza pie.
Yeah, we'll get you a curly mustache and everything on there.
I'm down.
But anyways, all right. So tell me, once again, since our first recording already was a failure, how did your day of work go?
It wasn't too bad. I got stiffed on tips.
How so?
My first order was $27,
Yeah.
and I got shit.
How many zas out of the $27?
2.
2 zas for $27?
I don't know. It might have been just one pizza and like some breadsticks or some shit, or like garlic twist or some shit. But like,
wait, no. We need to back up. How do you not know what's in the order when you drive it?
buddy, because I do like 30 deliveries a night. I'm not gonna remember what my first one was. If
Yeah,
you
but
asked
wouldn't
me
you-
what my
wouldn't you-
last 5 were, I might remember that.
No, I don't expect you to remember each and every fucking order. What I'm saying is, when you have the order, like the current one, wouldn't you want to remember like what's in it when you pull up to the house, so you know, like, in case you're missing something?
Oh no! I do know that, but like, there's the occasional time where like I'll pull up and they're like, "Oh, I asked for 2 Sprites." I'm like, "Fuck, I only have 1. Here you go, and I'll be right back."
You gotta drive all the way back to the fucking Dom?
Yeah, the only reason I am okay with that is because it's just wasting the clock. They're running down the clock.
Do you still get paid for those miles, even though they asked for 2 Sprites and you only brought 1?
No.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's because, well, I think it's because as soon as on the app I hit, delivery was confirmed.
Yeah.
Because, by the way, Domino's is fancy like that. They have an app to tell you everything that you're doing as a driver, whereas Pizza Hut or anywhere else that I've delivered for, you're on your own.
Yeah, see, for you, since you live in a big city, you big city boy.
I do not consider this a big city.
Okay, let me clarify. Okay, you have delivery service. Mm-hmm. I have one store.
Yeah.
in my
Okay.
town.
No. This is no offense to your town, but Shannon is also like it is one of those drive-through towns.
Yeah, it's 800 fucking people, and
I
75% of them are over the age of 60.
Do you know what the There's this road outside of let's just say outside of where my parents' house is, called Seven Hills Road. You know why it's called that?
Because there's 7 hills.
Yeah, and you know it's on the 7th hill?
I don't know.
Like 6 houses, and they consider that a town.
Yeah,
That is
there's
a
town
village.
between us. There's a town between us and the next town over that is technically a town, like it has a name, but there is literally 4 houses, and that is it.
That's one of them like first settler Jamestown places.
You know, that's fucking wild that you say that, because that is actually like the story of that town. So it's between Shannon, since you've already doxed me, Shannon, and then there's Lanark, right?
I didn't
So the
even
town in the
fucking
middle,
realize.
the town in the middle is called Georgetown. Okay,
Yeah.
That was the biggest town in the area. And then the train tracks got put in Lanark, and they said, fuck this place, we're going to Lanark. So they left it, and now there's only 4 houses left.
You know, that is just how America works. They just expand, and here we are.
Yeah, maybe in the 1800s, brother, we live in 2023. Ain't no one gonna do that right now.
No, that's why I said that's why we're here now. We are now. Like,
I will say, though, I think it'd be really cool if, like, a millionaire or a billionaire low-key just bought, like, a small town in the middle of nowhere, like, let's just say, like, Nebraska, because no one fucking lives in Nebraska. And he bought an entire town.
Is Nebraska
come
like
flock
our...
here. What was that?
Is Nebraska like our Ohio?
Okay, explain what you mean by that.
That stupid meme. That stupid meme where everyone's like, delivery service in Ohio, and it would be me like driving off a bridge and going to the bottom of the river and going, here's your za.
I mean, have you ever been to Ohio?
No, we've drove through it. That's it.
Okay, then you wouldn't understand.
We've talked about this.
What? Okay, I'll just put it out here now. When I went to Cincinnati to go to the zoo, okay.
Okay.
I stopped at a Checkers.
Yeah.
Before we went to the zoo. Okay. This Checkers, mind you, right next to the zoo, had bullet holes in the fucking window. Okay.
Now, who in their right mind is shooting up at Checkers?
Now that's not even a. Yes, I have that question too. But right next to the Checkers was one of those Boost Mobile like prepaid phone stores.
Yeah.
That was the hangout for the neighborhood.
Everyone just went to go hang out at Boost Mobile.
Apparently that's the place to hang.
That's kind of funny. Like the hangout when you were in high school would be like if you had a free period, you'd go to the library, or you'd go to the cafeteria, or you'd go to the gym that no one uses if your school has more than one gym, which mine did. But no, they chose a Boost Mobile. Well, yeah, dude. If I would choose to go personally hang out in the library, and I did when I had a free period because one, air conditioning. My entire school was not air conditioned, so I used that for air conditioning, and it's just quiet time to be on my laptop or a computer and listen to music.
Okay, thank you for clarifying, because I thought you were hold on. Ugh. I thought you were meaning after you get out of high school, where you just go hang out with your friends after high school and you become an adult. I thought you were meaning, yeah, I'd go to the library.
Yeah, I'd go to hang out at the local library and be shushed.
You would not go to the library.
I'd be shushed every like 5 minutes.
We'd get kicked out so fast. Are you kidding me? Have you ever met us in public?
I mean, I went to a library about a month ago.
Yeah, I know. But you were also in a serious meeting. That's not the point. The point is, do you remember the last time we went to Walmart together?
No. Yes. Yes,
I
do. Is that when we bought those? Is that when we bought those flamingo shorts?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
My point hey, that's fucked up. You said that. I'm wearing those flamingo shorts right now.
I'm not.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't.
They don't
You're probably
fit.
still in your Dommy Mommy clothes.
I'm not in my Dommy Mommy clothes. I've already showered. I'm the clean boy.
You're a clean man.
I no longer smell like za.
There's nothing wrong with smelling like za.
No. Speaking of za, one of the delivery, I'm gonna get secondhand high. One of the deliveries I made. He opens the door. It was like the intro to a music video. The door opens, the LED lights are flashing. There's like 3 girls sitting on this couch. This guy gets up, hands me the crispest $20 bill I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it smells like it came straight from the vault at the bank.
That's pretty fire.
And so I expect it, because the reason I say speaking of za is because as soon as I open the door, it's just weed. It's just ditch weed. That's all I smell.
So you deliver Domino's to the local trap house?
There's definitely more than one. And yeah, it was just like an intro to a music video, and that I expected that 20. It stunk like skunk so bad, and I expected the $20 bill to smell the same, but it did not. It was a crisp $20 bill.
I mean, okay, let me ask you this. This is kind of a weird question, but you know, we're on a podcast right now. We can ask questions.
Yeah.
So when I open my wallet, because I carry cash always, you know that. When I go to pay with cash.
Question about that.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be too personal, I guess, but do you limit yourself on that? Like when I worked part time at the call center when I was still in high school and I met you, I'd only keep like maybe. I don't do that now, but at the time it was basically my whole paycheck. So I guess, well, no, your whole paycheck is way more than what I would have been making back in 2017.
Yeah.
I would have had $150 to $200 in my wallet.
So usually, my philosophy is after I get paid.
And to some people, that is pocket money.
Yeah. I would not consider my $100 pocket money. My $100 is for like emergencies when I'm outside of the house.
So you carry like like an expendable savings account on you, like a rainy day fund.
I don't want to use it, but if I have to in a certain situation, that's why I have it. You know what I mean?
So now, what type of situation would that be?
Like, let's say, for example, you asked me to go out to eat, right? And you said, Derek, I'm going to pay for it. I said, okay, that's fine. You know, we go to Applebee's, you know, like we usually do, because that's the only thing around here that's, you know.
Well, Culver's. I mean, Culver's you don't have to tip at or anything, but okay, keep going.
So let's say we go to Applebee's and we get our 6 orders of wonton tacos and a bourbon street steak, and they give us the bill, and you go to your wallet and you're like, fuck, I don't have my debit card. Now I have that $100 that's not in my bank account. And I go, you know what, Trey? Don't worry about it. I got you covered.
Oh, okay. Well, you do that anyways, even when I do have my debit card, so.
Well, yeah, but that wasn't the point of the story. Or the hypothetical. It's not a story. But.
Yeah.
So, back to your pizza. There's nothing wrong with smelling a pizza. When I worked at Casey's, you know, the only store in town.
It's like, it's starting to get singed into my nose hair. Like, I smell that place constantly now.
Yeah, I'm going to presume that all pizza places smell the same, so you just smell like raw fucking dough.
Not necessarily. It's a lot of, like, obviously the sauce and, like, the meat and the cheese that you smell a lot of. But, like, in my car, when I'm delivering, you can smell, like, if this makes sense, you can smell the steam coming off the pizza box that's inside the fabric, which is the pizza box, like, carrier for the delivery bag. You smell fabric mixed with that pizza stuff, and it's not a bad smell, but like I said, it smells exactly like it does inside the store in my car. But that only happens when I have the delivery box in my car. When the box isn't in my car, you can't really smell it. You smell my car, which has all the Sensi's and shit. It's sitting in the window.
Oh, that's gotta smell so bad while you're delivering the Zod.
That's my point. Like, well, for one, my Sensi thing I'm pretty sure is done. Like, I can't really smell it anymore. That's why I keep debating, like, oh, I'm gonna put one of these little trees in the window, but then I know damn well if I put this little tree thing in the window, I'm gonna smell black ice pizza.
Oh, you fucking use black ice still, don't you? God damn it.
I like to use vanilla, but if someone gives me a 6-pack of black ice little trees, I'm not gonna complain. I like to use the vanilla, which is just the American flag one, or leather, which is like the brown wood finished one.
Yeah. I can't stand the smell of black ice because that's what my mom's fucking car smelled like ever since I can remember. That's mixed with Newport Red.
That's my dad's truck for you.
Oh god, it's so bad. It's so bad.
The 3 trucks he's had, or no, the 4 trucks he's had since I've been alive.
That fucking stench is so thick.
It's just cigarette smoke and black ice, and honestly, it mixes well. Maybe my dad doesn't smoke. My dad doesn't smoke Newport Reds. I don't know what Marlboro something. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a man's cigarette, a Marlboro.
Yeah, show me them pearly yellows.
But no, man, like, what I'm saying is, you walk outside, it's a nice summer day, and you're like, you take a deep breath, and you're like, damn, the air feels amazing out here. And then you step into the black ice and cigarette mixer, and you go, and you can't fucking breathe because it's so thick. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a comfort smell to me.
It's
If I smell
nostalgia
cigarette,
too.
if I smell cigarette smoke, I'm like, oh, Mom, Dad.
No, I walked in my parents' garage. I'm like, God damn, dude. Can you just open the garage door? Fuck. It's horrible in here.
I mean, yeah, my dad's routine is take a shower before bed, and he goes outside and has his last smoke for the night before bed.
Yeah.
They don't open the door.
In the garage. You know, my mom keeps it cracked. I'm like, that's not enough, Mom. You need to open it all the way.
So do your parents not smoke in the house either?
No, after they moved from Shannon, they stopped smoking in the house.
That's good.
But all the way up till then, they did.
Oh, so they have been?
Like I said, they used to. They don't anymore.
Oh.
So, like, I would go to school as a kid, and I remember I wouldn't say they're my friends, but the people that I would talk to at school would be like, dude, you know you smell like cigarettes, right? And I was in, like, the 4th grade, and I was so self-conscious about it, and I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Here's what's fucked up about that. You can't, I mean, it's normal. You can't smell it. You can't smell it on yourself. So, like,
exactly, that's the problem.
up until I moved out of my parents' house is when I noticed how much of a smell difference my clothes had. So
did you notice the smell of the clothes once you moved out? Like, did you smell it still on your clothes for like a month?
Well, no. If I did, I didn't notice. But no, what happened was we'd like go to my parents' house for dinner or something, or spend a few hours with my parents. Then we'd go home, but me and Morgan would both like smell our clothes and be like, "Yeah, I smell cigarette smoke. Like, it's pretty bad."
Yeah.
And we're like, we didn't even like sit outside the garage less than 30 seconds.
Well, yeah, because that shit just gets so fucking thick. It attaches to anything.
Yeah. Up until I moved out. So then that means basically since I've started preschool. So grade K through fucking grade 12,
Yep.
my clothes have smelled like cigarettes.
Yep. Isn't that great?
We're talking about 4-year-old Trey getting his little nappy nap in the afternoon with the little school teacher in preschool, and she's like checking to make sure all the kids are asleep, and she walks past my little nap. I don't know if you went to preschool, but they had these weird little blue. I remember what it looks like.
You do realize that preschools were, well, I guess it's not required, but like it's heavily suggested, right? Like,
Yeah, but I definitely know a lot of people that did not do it.
That's so fucking crazy.
It was it's like a cot, but for little kids.
What?
It's like a cot, but for little kids.
No, I heard you, but what do you mean? Like a goddamn internment camp or what?
Like, you know how tall the trash can is in my room right here?
Yeah.
It's like that tall off the ground,
Yeah.
and it's not much longer than my leg. Like my entire leg.
So like a 3 foot by 4 foot fucking.
And it was blue mesh cot.
It's like you were sleeping in a Japanese.
No,
sleep pods.
everyone there for nap time in the grade school I went to.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone slept on that cot, including me. Like there was like 15 of these cots just laid out, and then we're all sleeping. So, come to think about it, what do those teachers do when all the students are napping from 12:30 to 1?
Go to fucking lunch. What do you think? Because in preschool you don't get a lunch hour. They give you snack time and you get milk and shit.
But what do you mean they went to lunch? They can't leave.
No, they probably either unpacked their lunch from their lunch bag or they went to the teacher's lounge, got their lunch, brought it back, and made sure.
I don't want to give out the name of the specific preschool I went to. I know we've already talked about the towns that we've lived near or at, but no, there was definitely not a teacher's lounge. Like that entire building was just dedicated to children. There was not a teacher's lounge.
If it wasn't the first episode, I would definitely name this episode "The Entire Building Was Dedicated to Children."
Dedicated to children. No, there was. Let's see. You walk in. There's a front desk right there, and that just has like a shit ton of pamphlets and stuff on it for like local community stuff. Past that desk, There's a little tiny table, not much taller than the little white stands next to my gaming desk here.
Yeah.
Tables like lunchroom tables made for kids that aren't taller than 3 feet. And then those chairs, those goddamn chairs, that are the size of my thigh.
Yes, I remember the chairs. Don't worry.
There's like
My little
two of those
ass.
tables, 12 chairs, and then behind those tables, or to the right of that table, is a giant round table that has those same chairs around it, and then go directly kitty corner to that. There's a carpeted area with like a little toy box, and that's in like some little like cubbies for like a play area, but a small play area. That was not the main area. That's where they'd set the cots at for nap time. And then to the left of that was like another room where, like, if we decided to have like a movie day or something, you know, we'd watch VeggieTales. There was a room dedicated to that.
God, VeggieTales, your fucking school tried to indoctrinate you on the Christianity too?
Yeah, every preschool I went to / daycare was at a church, or at least across the street from a church.
Well, here, let me spread some knowledge on your sandwich here. So,
excuse me.
You know how you guys make fun of me for my parents moving to a quote unquote gated community.
Well, Logan does. I don't, but yeah.
Yeah. So back in the day when I went to preschool, I didn't go to like the public preschool.
Okay.
My parents signed me up for this preschool at a church. So like you. But it was a quote unquote private preschool.
Yeah.
And it taught me all about Jesus and how I'm supposed to love Jesus.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I don't know if preschool did, but I really can't remember well enough if preschool did. But I know damn well daycare, there was a 20-minute Bible reading session.
Oh boy, I'm so sorry.
We didn't read, but we had all sat in a giant circle. I'm not going to explain the setup of the daycare thing because it was directly across from the elementary / middle school, because that was combined into one building. I've told you about that before. There's a giant walkway that connects my middle school and elementary school together.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So it's like kind of funny too when you upgrade from elementary to middle school, because it's like you're literally going up, like you're going up in the world. You're walking up this huge ass walkway that goes up a hill, and you're in the middle school. Anyways, speaking of which, I wonder if they still have my painted. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure a lot of schools do this. I wonder if they still have my painted ceiling tile.
Oh, you guys got to do... Okay, so we didn't do ceiling tiles. We did... They gave us a bathroom tile, and we just put it up on the wall outside of the classroom. So there's like a huge mural of kids over like the last 25 years that have this bathroom tile that they painted.
Oh, is it like not much bigger than your hand?
Yeah.
Well, I would have rather done that, because yeah, eventually they're gonna have to tear down. They're gonna have to tear down the ceiling tiles. I think there's no way there's gonna be enough for kids from 5 years from now. If I graduated from middle school in 2015, yeah, there's no way. And they have roughly 75. No, probably like 100 kids.
Mm.
Anyways,
like for example, that tile wall is so old that my mechanic in his mid-40s has one of those on the start of the wall, and mine from when I was in school is on the basically end of the wall. They stopped doing it like a couple years after me.
Yeah.
It's like literally a 75-yard long, just straight wall of nothing but tiles.
I mean, that adds some color to the school, I guess.
Well, it's also in like the rundown part of the school, so like how schools get additions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the art room where we did that. Yeah, that's in the forgotten part. So it's like this dimly lit fucking hallway that's scary as hell to walk down, and it's just nothing but this lunatic style looking drawing art wall.
We're gonna come back to this, but continuing with what I was saying is there's a reason we're coming back to that. I promise. So the daycare. After it was essentially after our snack time, for daycare, and then after our playtime, yeah, we all sat in this giant circle. One of the daycare ladies sat in the center and read us the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
For I want to say it was 20 minutes. It felt like longer, but I was definitely the one who like sat there and like I was bored. Like I'm like I don't want to sit through this.
Yeah.
But what else? Going back to what we were talking about. Whenever we had a family gathering or reunion, and this I don't know if this is a common thing everywhere else, but it is in across the river.
Midwestville. Yeah.
Yeah. We would rent out, or I shouldn't say rent out. We would ask the school if we can use their lunchroom, the elementary school.
For a family reunion?
Yeah, and like by lunchroom they mean the gym.
Didn't you just have a house to go to? The fuck, are you homeless?
No, like we're talking like 50 plus people.
Yeah.
No one's gonna. They're all elderly too. They're not gonna want to go to one person's house.
Yeah, you just have a party in the backyard.
I will say we don't do it every time. We also go to like a park and go to one of the gazebos.
I guess I can't say anything. The last time my family had a family reunion, which was like 12 fucking years ago at this point, I guess we did rent out a heritage center. But
yeah,
we also have like 200 plus fucking people that showed up.
Yeah, it could be more than 50. Yeah. So we'd rent out, we'd have our reunion in the gymnasium / lunchroom to the elementary school. And so what I would do after, or when I'm there, and no one's really paying attention on me, like I'd shoot basketball hoops or something in that gym, and people and all the great aunts and great grandparents are going ooh. Like, he's so good at sports, he should try out for basketball.
As you just get granny,
as I'm just literally airballing it.
Yeah.
So anyways, I would eventually sneak off and just start roaming the halls, which I thought was so cool at the time because I went to this elementary school, so I'd be roaming the halls, and as I got older, I'm like I can touch the ceiling from here, where I'm standing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like I'd go to the parts that were blocked off by the doors being closed, and yeah, there was like dimly lit hallways. I'd see the classrooms of the teachers I've been to.
Didn't your school have cameras?
Well, this would happen on like a Sunday or something.
Yeah, but they probably didn't want you going around the whole school.
Well, I couldn't go into like classrooms; those were locked.
Why are you attempting to go into the classrooms?
Oh, I would have wrote something funny on the board for them to walk into on the next morning.
Like fucking Ed and Eddie, where they take the report card and they try to modify it for to show their parents. They put like that whiteout on it and they try to replace the goddamn letters. That's what you'd be doing in the classroom.
I'd just start writing the sequence of pi all over the board. 3.415. 3.415.
What, are you in Goodwill Hunting?
No.
Trying to show your grandparents that you're a genius secretly? They think you're retarded? Like, look, I can do this. And they go, oh, he should try out for the math team. Just throwing out random numbers.
No. But, like, the library was locked. I don't know. Being in a library after hours at a school would have been something different. That would have felt like one of those fever dream videos.
One of those liminal spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
When I was at work today.
No, you can't just switch it up like that, okay?
Oh,
We got to stop and realize that we've been talking for 29 minutes, and I can't remember how we started on that. That's awesome. Where did we start with this daycare shit?
Damn.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just go back to work and not think about it. All right, so you're at work today.
So why'd you complain?
I wasn't complaining. I was just mesmerized by the fact that we've been talking for a half hour and I have no idea how this started.
We could go back and listen to it technically.
Well, I'll have to when I edit it, but...
What I was going to say, about when I was at work tonight, at one point I was washing my hands. I don't know what made me think of this, but I was thinking about, like, washing the... Because right behind me, the dishes needed washed. So I kind of sat there, and I'm like, washing the dishes won't be too hard. They just need a little bit of elbow grease. And then I sat there for a second as I'm washing my hands. And then I say to myself, who the fuck came up with the term elbow grease?
You know, I never really actually thought of that. And I guess I don't really use that at all.
Is it a mechanics like term? Is that what it's from?
I'm gonna guess so. Because I
Like
don't
a
see
mechanic?
anything else.
Because they get greasy, obviously. They get messy. They get dirty. So now, but how does one get elbow grease?
I think it's just a metaphor to tell you to put some more effort into it.
It is a metaphor, but still, why?
I don't know, some stupid fuck probably told some peon washing dishes or tightening a wrench, they said, hey, you. They probably saw some elbow grease on him and said, hey, you, put some more elbow grease into it. And they said, okay, boss. Because, it was like in the 30s probably. That's probably where it came from. Yeah, exactly.
Brothers.
The Renetti brothers, yeah.
Okay, boss, I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll put some more elbow grease into it, boss. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not fact-checking it.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough.
Put a pin in that. Well, since we talked about your day, do you want to talk about my day?
Yeah, shoot.
Alright, so I drive a food truck, right? So I get to the spot, starts raining. If anyone's ever been to a food truck, you know that when it rains, no one shows up to the fucking food truck.
Sorry.
Well, no, well, you're right, but that's not the point. The point is that no one shows up, right? So I'm sitting there all day, have nothing to do, right? And I'm thinking, damn, right now this job sucks. But you know what? You know why it doesn't suck that bad?
Okay, why?
Because I wasn't a fucking pilot that lost $100 million jet. Have you seen this?
No.
You haven't seen the story yet?
No.
Okay, so it would have been a week ago by now. This pilot for the military in South Carolina was flying an F-35, which is a $100 million fucking jet. Right?
Yeah.
And for some reason, this stupid son of a bitch ejected out of nowhere. And the plane just kept flying. And it flew I think it was 80 miles. It flew until it crash landed into like the middle of nowhere.
But no one was on this plane, right?
Well, the pilot, it's a fighter jet.
Oh, wait. And you said that. Okay, did you say the jet was carrying money, or did you say that's how much the jet was worth?
No, yeah, no,
I thought
it's
you
just
said-
worth
okay.
$100 million.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he ejected, right? And the plane just kept going. Like, usually if you're ejecting, that means the plane's going down. Or the jet's going down.
So he accidentally, hit the eject button or something.
You can't, as far as
okay.
I'm concerned...
There's not a button necessarily. It's a
pulley.
lever. It's a lever underneath your seat that, as soon as you pull that shit, you're getting fucking sent to the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It makes sense. However, the plane still flew for 80 miles by itself before it crash landed. So this fucking jet could have hit. It could have hit a building. It could have hit someone's house. It could have hit someone driving on the interstate. Like that's ridiculous.
And you know what the government would have said?
What?
Not my prop. Whose
I
jet
can tell
is
you what they
this?
said now.
Whose jet is this?
They said, okay, well, that's cool, I guess. Is basically what their response was.
That's what I'm saying. They literally just would have said whose jet is this? Not my jet, not my problem.
That's what I always say. Not my jet, not my problem. But no, so this fucker ejects, right?
Yeah.
And he ends up in this couple's backyard, at their house. And the way I was reading it the other day, he just somehow got into their house. I don't know if he broke in or he walked in or what.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it doesn't specify. All it says is he ejected, landed in their backyard, and ended up in their house, okay? So the woman calls 911.
Yeah.
So she explains to the 911 operator, hey, I got this pilot here in my house. He says he ejected and the plane is still going. And the 911 operator's first response was, huh? What was that? Because she's so dumbfounded by what she just heard.
Yeah, no, I would have been too, yeah.
But, okay, my point was, when I read this and I laughed, was these people are the same people, you know, that listen to people kill themselves on the phone. They listen to murder, home invasions, car accidents, etc., and they don't bat an eye. But when someone says, "Hey, I got this pilot in my house," that's when you go, "Huh?"
They were like freaking out because of that.
Yeah, like they were so confused as to what she was saying. She's like, "Can you repeat that? I don't understand what you're saying." So anyways, so she tells her again, like, "Hey, I have this pilot in my house. Like, it ejected." And I guess the pilot, snatched the phone. Well, he didn't snatch, but he grabbed the phone out of her hand and was like, "Hey, I was flying this F-35. I ejected. The plane is still going. You need to get a search squad for this plane."
Yeah.
And he asked, "Is there been any sightings of a crash of a jet or anything on the news, or have you heard anything from the law enforcement?" She said no. So that means this plane's still in the air, right?
Yeah.
So he says, "Can you please bring an ambulance? I don't know if I'm hurt or not." She says, "Well, do you feel hurt?" He says, "I can't see myself," which means he still has his, like, you know, pilot outfit on. Yeah. And I guess in the background, the woman in the house said, You look fine. You just have a couple scrapes or whatnot." And, you know, I can understand that because he fucking, you know, ejected out of a plane.
And had a parachute. Yeah, they have a parachute with the seat.
Oh, and mind you, I didn't even tell you the best part. The plane was only flying 1,100 feet above houses.
How far? I guess, how far is 1,100 feet above houses?
A commercial jet, like a passenger plane,
Yeah.
travels at, I think it's like 16,000 to 20,000 feet.
Oh, so he's like already flying low.
Yeah, he's flying low as fuck. Like, you're gonna see it if you stand outside. And this thing's just zooming through the sky by itself. So have you ever shan that movie with the train that they can't stop? I think it's called Unstoppable. With Denzel Washington.
I thought it was either Denzel or Liam Neeson.
I see why you're saying Liam Neeson, because it's Chris Pine who plays the other part, and they kind of look somewhat alike. Only one's younger than the other, but
oh no,
anyway.
Liam Neeson's in Nonstop.
Yeah, that's the plane one. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay, keep going. Yeah.
But anyways, Unstoppable is about this train that no one's on, and it goes down the track, and it's unmanned. It's like really fast, and it's carrying hazardous material. Anyway, it's kind of like the same thing, where there's this plane.
I know you haven't seen it, but that's also what happens in what's the name of the movie? It's a movie me and Logan keep telling you to watch. It's in Tokyo.
Bullet Train?
Yeah, Bullet Train.
Yeah, I still need to watch that.
Same concept.
So anyways, he asked this 911 operator to please send an ambulance. Mm-hmm. And she keeps asking, you know, how do you feel? He says, I feel okay, my back just hurts. You know, he asks her again, has there been a report of a crash since I've been on the phone with you? She says, I haven't seen any. He explains that, you know, he ejected. Doesn't explain why. But he does say, ma'am, I'm a pilot in a military aircraft, and I ejected. So I just rode a parachute down to the ground. Can you please just send an ambulance?
Yeah.
Like, he's getting mad, right? So she says, yes, they're on their way, right? So ambulance comes to the house. They take a story or whatnot, and they finally find the plane 80 miles, I think it was south of where he was at, or north. It was one of the two. It landed in a field right next to an interstate. So potentially, it could have landed on the interstate, right?
Yeah.
So when I looked it up today, because I wanted to know when I was thinking about the story on the truck, I was like, I wonder if they said anything about where this plane is, or how he ejected, or why he ejected. They still have not said why. So my theory is that this fucker accidentally ejected out of nowhere. But at the same time, how do you do that? Because as far as I am aware, it's like a little lever that you have to twist and pull. Like it's like in between your legs. As far as
it's one of those things. It's one of those things where like you let the intrusive thoughts win.
Dude, could you imagine if that's what it was? He was
You
just
really
sitting
fucking
there.
went. Is this really how you eject?
Top flies off. You're fucking 500 feet up above it.
Yeah, you hear all the pressure destabilize, and you go, "Oh fuck!" And then you just get tossed out of the fucking jet.
And as your parachute pulls, you look out into the horizon, and this jet's just fucking.
Yeah, you just. Yeah, you just kind of look ahead, and you just see the sound was pretty. Yeah, just a.
Fuck. That's awesome. I mean, it's not awesome because that's $100 million that everyone listening to this and me and you paid for. But that's funny.
He probably it was the calm before the storm. His way down to the ground was probably his self-reflection, thinking about his next steps, his new employment. I'm sure there's an investigation for it.
Yep, I'm reading it right now. It says the pilot's reason for ejecting has not been disclosed, but the Defense Department says it is under investigation.
He straight up probably did not mean to do it on purpose.
That's so fucked up. You go through all that training and then you accidentally, eject.
He was probably in that jet for only like an hour, maybe not even that.
Yeah, he landed in a residential backyard outside of the Charleston International Airport. So this motherfucker ejected right outside of an airport.
So he might have even been not even in the sky for like 15 minutes.
Well, this is the international airport. I don't know where the military base is, but I'm going to presume it's close by, right? So,
so you said Charleston. Where is this at? Where did this happen at?
Charleston's, I want to say it was Charleston, North Carolina, and then the plane ended up in South Carolina, I think is what it was.
God damn. It flew that far?
Well, I don't think Charleston's very far from South Carolina. I'm pretty sure it's in southern North Carolina. I don't know. I don't know anything about the East Coast. I don't live in the East Coast. I live in the Midwest. That's all I know.
I get it.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't save it, so I don't want to talk about it, but I'll let you know some insight. So, speaking of plane crashes, there was a World War II era style plane race that took place a couple days ago.
The fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like these people were racing World War II planes.
Like biplanes? Well, no, I guess in World War II they didn't have biplanes. That was World War One.
I don't know exactly because the picture I saw was just metal.
They're flying. They're racing the Luftwaffe.
Sure, but and it was like this neck and neck finish to this race, and they crashed into each other.
Oh, they did a Talladega Nights.
Kinda, yeah. Only in the air, and they died.
Oh, I didn't know they died.
Well, do you think you're gonna survive a World War II plane crash?
Funny you say that, because I want to say there was a Blue Angel thing. It might not have been Blue Angel, but there was this Blue Angel crash. I think it was Blue Angel. This crash from an air show a few months ago, if not a month
Michigan.
ago. Yeah, it was like one of the very last flying fortresses that still worked. Fucking got crashed into by a smaller plane.
Yeah, I think you either showed me the video or I did. It clipped the tail and it cut it off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was... What the fuck? When I was younger, I used to go to air shows all the time with my dad because he thought
I have never
planes
been
were
to
cool.
one.
Okay, well they're pretty cool if you've never been to one. But I never once remember ever hearing about plane crashes on the news, and then in the last year and a half, that's all I've heard about is fucking plane crashes.
It's been happening. Yeah, no, it's just been happening a lot more recently for some odd reason.
Or it may be one of those things where it's like GTA, where you spawn a car and then all of a sudden you see all those cars. I can't remember what that effect's called, but it may be one of those things.
You and me have talked about that. Yeah, it's something you don't see very often, but once you do, you see it all
everywhere.
over the place.
Yeah.
Kind of like with my car when I bought my perfect example. When I bought my car, I never saw another Volkswagen Jetta in this town until I bought my car. I will say my car is the only one that's in that color that I've seen.
Yeah, my car is also the only white one that I've seen in my life, which is crazy because that car's everywhere.
Right. I mean, yeah. So was your Oldsmobile.
Dude, if I could get that Oldsmobile back, fuck.
What?
I loved that thing so much. My fucking grandma just had to sell her car, and I just had to be a good boy and buy it from her.
You didn't have to.
Yeah, I did. I lived in that car.
What?
Haven't you ever told you the story about what happened to me in that car?
Yeah, I think so.
When I got locked in it when I was a baby?
I think you told me about that.
Yeah, like the cop showed me how to unlock it, and at 18 months old, I unlocked the door by myself.
Jesus, did you have to use a clothes hanger?
I was 18 months old. I still had baby paws. I couldn't hold a clothes hanger.
What?
Do you not... You know how small a child is at 18 months old?
Yeah, Braxton.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Wait, Braxton's only... He's not 18 months old, is he?
He's not too.
Huh. So yeah, so imagine Braxton, getting locked in the truck, and then he had to unlock it himself. In a car seat.
Yeah.
That's not the easiest thing in the world, especially when you don't know what you're doing.
I mean, true, but you would have been able to hold a clothes hanger just fine.
But how am I gonna get clothes hanger inside the car when I'm locked in it?
How many what?
How am I gonna get the clothes hanger in the car if I'm locked in the car?
Oh, I thought you were saying that. Okay, so he told you how to unlock it.
Yeah, he showed me because it's like one of those ones where you have to pull it up and down. It's like those little.
It's just the little
sticks.
rod that you pull up.
Yeah. And I pulled it up, and he opened the door, and he looked at my grandma, and he said, "Man, you got a really smart grandson. Now look at me."
What?
I'm not smart. I'm dumb.
Oh, all right. Okay.
I'm talking about someone ejecting out of an F-35 on a podcast.
So?
Yeah, you're right. I'm pretty smart. Speaking of not being smart, you know how when you go to McDonald's or any fast food place, they have this fucking, caution, item may be hot.
Yeah.
Do you know why that is?
What do you... Because it's hot?
Yeah, but do you know why it's on the packaging?
Do people not think it'll be hot?
It was because a long time ago when we were very young,
yeah,
this woman got coffee from McDonald's.
You might have told me about this. You might have fucking told me about this.
Yeah,
Keep going, though.
She got burned, and then she sued McDonald's, and she got a whole bunch of money, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then they started putting caution, food may be hot on the packaging, and then everyone else followed, right? Because they don't want to get sued. Okay, 2 days ago, woman sues San Francisco McDonald's after being burned by hot coffee. Now,
oh boy,
it says on the fucking cup, caution, may be hot.
Yeah.
And your dumbass ordering a hot coffee, put that hot coffee up to your face, knowing full well how hot it was because you can feel it. Because you're not a troglodyte, you have senses.
That is the worst, though.
What?
So, no matter how often, let me rephrase. No matter how many times I make coffee and how long I wait, it is always the same fucking temperature every time.
See, that's why you just gotta be like me and drink tea.
Like,
you know the exact temperature it's gonna be.
No, that's just why I like iced coffee, because I can get it, drink it. I don't have to wait. If I get hot coffee and drink it immediately, I'm gonna get my tongue burnt. It's just gonna happen.
Well, that's why it's okay. This is what I'm talking about. Just wait like 10 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. I could do that, take a sip. It's still way too fucking hot. I'm like,
Did you take the lid
why?
off? Did you take the lid off?
Yes.
Well, then maybe you're just getting molten hot coffee. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't have that problem up here.
Well, okay. I'll give a perfect scenario. No, let's say I go to a coffee shop or something, buy coffee. Like, okay, I'm not even gonna say that. When I was working at the call center, and it'd be a Saturday morning at 7 a.m. is when I had to be at work. I would stop at the Shell station in my town, grab one of their coffees. Don't ask why I got gas station coffee, but I'd get gas station coffee.
Burn ass fucking coffee. It's 300 degrees.
I think it's because it was their vanilla cappuccino.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's where I honestly got my like from coffee from. That's just me. No, it'd always be their vanilla cappuccino. I'd wait like 20 minutes. I want to drink it when I'm at work, so I would just let it sit in the car. It could be a cold morning. It could be a crisp November morning or something. Usually I probably wouldn't even have the heat on. I just have it on like maybe the very lowest heat, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not super hot in my car or anything, so that doesn't make it to where the coffee just stays the temperature it's at. Get to work, sit down, take a sip of the coffee. Dude, I'll spit it out. It's that hot.
Do you know what's crazy about that?
That coffee has to be 450 degrees.
No.
Yes.
No, it would destroy the cup. But you know what's crazy about that is you said November.
Yeah.
For most people, right, November is a very brisk month. As in, it's cold, but it's livable. Where we live,
I like November. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Where we live, November is a quarter flip between being a very nice month or having 2 inches of ice on your car and you can't get it off. Like there.
Yeah, it's not even snow. It's how cold it gets at night, and if it rains, it's just gonna create an ice layer on top of your car. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're unlucky enough, your fucking tires deflate. That happened to me one year.
Well, that's normal. That happens to everyone.
In November. That's not even the winter, is what I'm saying. It gets worse.
One of the days it was cold out here in either August or September, my tires said I had a low tire pressure for some reason because it was colder than usual outside.
Yeah, but
then the next day when it was hot out again, there was no tire sense light on or anything.
Yeah, but for some people it's almost like, like a 20-degree difference all year long. And then where we live, it goes from a hot-ass jungle, savanna-type summer to a tundrous winter. Like, there's no in-between.
Yeah.
Why does that have to be where we live? Everywhere else is fine.
Because you already know it. We both know it. The Midwest is, like you just said, it's a quarter flip. See how it's like literally says down in the bottom corner of my computer screen that it's temps rise tomorrow. Now, this is the same month where I don't know, I think it was like last Monday, I wore a sweatshirt to the gym.
You've worked out in a sweatshirt?
No, I took it off when I got inside.
Okay, thank God.
I mean, if I want to sweat real well, I could wear a sweatshirt.
Well, don't do that. That's gross.
I mean, Morgan goes, if you want to sweat real good, just wear a sweatshirt and run the mile.
Yeah, and then you get off the treadmill and you go, oh, I'm wet.
That happens even without the sweatshirt, which, yeah, no, I'm just like, no, I like losing the weight, sure, but, I don't like having to wash this sweatshirt every time I get sweaty.
You don't wash your sweatshirts every time you wear them?
No.
What?
Derek, I haven't worn my gray sweatshirt that I wore to Walmart.
Yeah.
Like when I worked at Walmart all the time.
Yeah.
That thing was washed like 3 times a year.
That is disgusting.
It doesn't smell dirty or get disgusting.
There's so much bacteria inside that hoodie.
What? I'm a clean person.
You can be as clean as you want.
Yes, bacteria floats through the air. Huh?
You can be as clean as you want, but you still are going to create bacteria inside that hot-ass cavern of a sweatshirt.
It's not hot. It's thin.
Yeah, but on the inside of the sweatshirt, it's going to be hot as hell. You just don't recognize it because your body's evening out the temperature.
You know, that's another thing about November that sucks. You could wear a sweatshirt walking outside of somewhere. You go into a house or your place of employment, and they got the heat blasted, so you got to take off your coat.
Yeah. Because they don't want you to wear your coat inside. It's an inconvenience.
But then, like, in December, January, you could wear whatever type of long shirt, long coat, long sleeve, whatever, anywhere you want. Because it's just that cold, no matter what.
Did you say January?
Yeah.
Brother, it gets to like -30.
Yeah.
I mean, I wear basketball shorts in January, but that's not the point. For most people, they wear like a goddamn LL Bean snow jacket, fucking heavy pants, boots.
Are you just, like, making fun of Los Angeles or something?
No, I'm making fun of people who live here.
I mean, what I typically wear is just a thick sweatshirt, blue jeans, and my normal pair of Hey Dudes or something.
Yeah, I basically wear the same outfit all year long, which is either a hoodie or a shirt.
I know.
Shorts, and then shoes. But you would think that, what I'm trying to say is, you would think that if you lived here and you were used to the climate, that you wouldn't need all that gear. Like, your body would just regulate the temperature because you're so used to it, which is what I do, but I'm also a very hot person naturally. But there's, like, my mom, for example. Once, in about 2 weeks, I guarantee you, my mom will start wearing a winter jacket. Because she'll say it's freezing. And it'll be, like, 61.
That's how Carter's mom was when they were growing up.
Like,
it could be 90 degrees outside. She'll wear a sweatshirt and jeans inside and go, "I'm cold."
Is she from the desert?
No.
See, so how the fuck does that even make sense?
But she's skinny.
Well, that doesn't
Like, she's
matter.
scrawny. She probably weighs like $120.
Okay, maybe that does make sense.
Now for us,
Well, yeah, we're big boys.
we get to keep extra warm.
Yeah, bro, we're heat rocks.
Well, at night I cool off when I sleep.
Oh, I don't. I sweat the fuck out when I sleep.
Oh, you sweated on my couch?
Yeah, I sweated all over that couch.
God damn it.
Every time. So you know what? Just like that hoodie that you have that you don't wash, maybe you should wash your fucking couch.
I might have to, since you sweat on it, but
Jesus Christ.
so that means, well, not only do you sweat on it, you keep me awake sometimes.
Oh, explain.
The snoring, my
Fuck
friend.
you.
I could be sleeping just fine. The cats could be playing out here. That won't wake me. But when I hear the, I'll jolt awake like, Jesus Christ.
Probably,
What the
you
fuck?
probably hear me dying in the fucking living room because I can't breathe because of my sleep apnea.
It's like, dude,
At
I'm like,
23
holy
years
fuck.
old. 23 years old. I have the problem of a 45-year-old man. Fuck me.
Like that song you like. It's not necessarily has to do with people, but it has to do with like our bodies, I guess. Our bodies don't like us once we're 23.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that even though we're fairly young at 23 years old,
It only goes downhill.
yeah, and it's happening really fast. So I can't even imagine what's gonna be like when I'm 30. Fuck me. Because I can't even, like, for example, tonight I laid in bed for like 20 minutes. I went to get up out of the bed. My back hurt so fucking bad I couldn't stand up straight. What do you mean? I laid down for 20 minutes. I can't remember a single time in my life.
That is crazy. That doesn't happen to me.
Maybe
Like,
my body's
surprisingly,
just fucked
even
up.
huh?
Maybe I'm just fucked up. I don't know.
I mean, even for me going in and out of my car, I'm a tall person. Getting in and out of my car, it hasn't been hurting my back.
No, that stuff doesn't bother me. It's only when I lay down straight, like flat.
Depends on how my neck is, I guess.
Oh,
I think that's mostly what it is. It's not necessarily my back every time. It's always my neck, because like I'll sleep a funny way with my hands underneath my head or something.
Well, you know me. I don't use a fucking pillow, so I have that problem every day. Oh, I already know what if this gets traction and it gets views, I already know what I'm gonna hear. How the fuck do you not use a pillow? Well, I'll tell you. I don't like pillows. It hurts my neck. I use my fucking arms like a caveman. You ever done that?
Wait, do what?
You use your arms as a pillow?
Like, do you have a pillow as well?
No. Emily takes my
It's-
pillow because she knows I won't use it.
You just don't like pillows?
No, I hate them.
That, I don't know. I can't tell.
You can't tell if you like pillows or not?
No, I can't tell if I'd be bothered by using just my hands. Which, no, I mean,
I
it depends
bet
on where I'm
you
at.
would.
If I'm on the couch, I could do pillow or just arms.
But every night in your bed, do you think you could do that?
No, probably not. I have to have a pillow.
Yeah, she makes fun of me for it. She's like, "How the fuck do you sleep like that?" Okay.
That could be why your back or neck is fucked up.
It could be, but like when I use the pillow, it gets worse. So fuck the pillow. I don't even want to try it.
No, it's because it's probably trying to fix you.
Yeah, and I just keep
probably
telling
like,
no. No, you're not
Just
fixing yourself.
Let me work. Let me work.
Jesus Christ. All right, do you want to wrap?
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
All right, so before we actually get off, I want to talk about the
Wait a minute.
Wait. No, not like that. I want to talk about the future of the show. So obviously this is our first episode, right? So we didn't have a clear plan. We just wanted to talk to see how well we could flow. And honestly, for being our first time talking, like recording wise and not playing video games, I think we did really well.
Yeah, it's basically the same, except we don't have a game in front of us.
Yeah, but without, because usually we talk passively, right?
Yeah.
But actually having a dialogue here and talking about things and how we got on the daycare topic and how we got started, that's good. Like we did a good job, I think. So I
agree.
Because I was really afraid when I was on the truck today. I was really afraid that I was going to open the show and then I was going to throw it to you by saying, "How was your day at work?" And you were just going to go, I thought that's what was going to happen. I was like, fuck.
Like Patrick?
Yeah. Because I thought you were gonna choke up and be like, I don't know what to say, Derek. But no, we did really good.
What the fuck? I don't have stage fright.
No.
Not on a computer anyway. I mean, if you put me in front of actual thousands of people, I might have a different outcome.
Yeah, I guess more or less because of myself, I was also surprised that I just kind of jumped on it right away. I just thought we weren't going to be able to bounce off each other right away. I thought it was going to be like a rough start, but no, we did really good. I think even after we had to restart.
Yeah, no, it's because I didn't want to start, and you have to actually find where the sync up. Well, I guess it still would have worked, but it's fine. Because you would have had your clap, and I know I clapped the same time as you, so I guess it would have worked. So.
Yeah, I would have found it, but either way, we got it, and it worked out good. So my point of what I'm doing here is, if you're someone out there listening to the show, hello, welcome. This is the break room. I should have probably did this at the start, but it's at the end.
I think you did.
Yeah, but just hold on. So,
Okay.
We don't have an actual we don't have an actual theme to the show. I mostly consider it.
I came up with some of the art.
You did all the art, and it's really nice.
Yeah, you just uploaded it.
Yeah, but by theme I mean like stuff we talk about. I think for the most part we'll just talk about our day.
It's a pretty average white boy Midwestern podcast.
I don't want to call it a hangout podcast because that just means that we don't have any creativity. But we just, but it's I like the name Break Room because it's almost like me and you sitting down at work and just talking about our shitty ass day, and then we just kind of talk about the news here and there, and then we're done. And we have to go back to work.
No, I get it.
So if you like the show, even though this is a pretty sporadic episode, we didn't have we kind of bounced back and forth off of stories and stuff. We didn't have a cohesive narrative. So maybe that's one thing we need to work on is we need to just have a cohesive narrative, and we talk about one thing, then we go to the next thing, then we go to the next thing, instead of talking about something else, then going back to the thing before. It's kind of a jumbled mess right now. But I'm sure as we get more used to it, it'll be more of a consistent flow, which is what I'm hoping for. So if you like this, I'm sure you will like the next episodes even better once we get our footing and we get more comfortable talking about topics and our day and stuff. So if you are on the channel, we have some links there for our Twitter. I haven't posted anything on the Twitter. I'll probably post when our first episode comes out, and then some updates here and there about I'll probably put like behind the scenes stuff, or I'll probably just put some random tweets out there. I'll probably retweet some shit that I think is funny. So if you want to follow that, that's cool. I have the Patreon up there. I don't expect anyone to use the Patreon right now. It's kind of like a placeholder, just so I know it's there. I set the tier for $1, right?
Okay.
Patreon takes a cut of that. So
Yeah.
So even if someone tomorrow, right, subscribes to the fucking Patreon, we only see maybe 46 cents of that, and then me and you would have to split that up, so 23 cents each. The reason I have it set to $1, which is the minimum, is if you really, really want it, the RSS feed's there, so you could put our podcast on like Spotify, your Apple podcast, stuff like that. So if you really, really want it, it's there. And until we feel comfortable and start putting stuff on the Patreon exclusive, I'm just going to leave it at $1. And the only other thing that's on the channel that's linked is Trey's Twitch, where we inconsistently play games on there. So if you like...
Yeah, I might have to do that more often.
Yeah.
If we actually pick up traction, I'll definitely do it more often. And before we close it out, I do have... a small shout out from our sponsor, W Energy.
That does not reflect the views and beliefs of the Break Room podcast. That is a digital imposter.
No, yeah,
Twitch.
no, that's straight up just my Twitch sponsorship. If you guys are looking for an energy drink that you mix at home with no jitters, no crash, stop.
They don't sponsor us. Get that out of here.
What do you mean?
They sponsor you, not us.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay, plug your shit. Sorry.
They contain no calories, no sugar, no maltodextrin, no fillers, and no artificial colors. W Energy. If you guys want to, I'm not gonna like praise them. If you guys want to go check out their website, you can. It's w.gg, and use code imposter at checkout, and you'll get 10% off.
Yeehaw. So go get yourself some W Energy, even though they're not sponsored here.
No, they're sponsored by me, but I personally believe they're better than Gamer Subs. That's just me.
Whoa,
that's my opinion.
That's a big claim.
Well, they are. I think it is. It was like what's the word I'm looking for? Like
smooth.
The flavor really punches you. When I tried Gamer Subs, it was like I'm getting a 75% flavor, and the rest of it's just water.
Well, I'll tell you right now, anything's better than fucking G Fuel. That shit's gritty as hell.
Yeah, they're making new cans, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah. So, the only other thing I want to say was, MeUndies. If you want to sponsor a channel, I have like $700 worth of MeUndies in my inventory. So, if you want a cash cow for a sponsorship, hit me up, because I'll sell your fucking underwear. Don't worry, because I love that shit.
I'm not sponsored by them. He's not sponsored by them either. But
no,
he'd like.
I'm asking for it. I want that MeUndies sponsorship, baby. I fucking love that underwear. All right.
I need to get some then, I guess, because
You do. They're fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'm struggling. I might have to get some Duluth Buck Wild underwear.
Yeah,
okay,
you're pretty fucking buck wild. All right. Next episode will be a week after this one comes out, because I think it's pretty good, and we're gonna put it up. I already have a name for it and everything. So,
Sweet.
all right, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye-bye.